Okay, let's talk about this thing called team culture. And especially let's talk about why it matters. Now, team culture is something that every team, every organization, every church, every family, every business, everyone has a culture. And the best way to think about it is to go back to our mission, vision, values, and strategy. And really, when you're talking about culture, you strip away mission and vision because it's not about what you want to do, it's about what you're actually doing. Now, I'm not saying that mission and vision don't affect the culture. Certainly, hopefully, in a healthy culture, they do. But the reality is, a lot of times a culture develops in spite of your mission or your vision. So let's go back to our graphic. And really what you have now is when you strip those two things away, you have your values and you have your strategy. So you have what do we really care about? What do we really believe? What guides us? And you have your strategy. How do you actually get there? And culture is really sort of standing in between those two things. Because to determine your team culture, just answer the question, how do we actually do things? Now again, hopefully it's influenced by what you care about and what your true values are. And it should also be influenced by your strategy and your strategic plan and all those things. But really, the more your culture matches up with your values and your strategy, then the better it will be for your team. But the more your culture, your culture is what you're actually doing. If a stranger walked in, he should be able to identify what your culture is. He might have a list of words that says, well, your culture is a culture of generosity and a culture of love and a culture of whatever. And the way he or she knows is because of your habits, what you're actually doing most of the time. That's your culture. Your culture is what the norm has become in your team or in your organization. And again, it's important to understand, is our culture, because your culture is everything, is our culture consistent with our values and our strategic plan? And is our culture consistent with our mission overall and our vision? Because if it's not, you're in big trouble. Now use the resources below to talk a little bit about your team culture and see if you need to make any tweaks to move forward.